Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to RanDOTA. As always, I am D, your host for the show where the meta doesn't matter. This is a live game for the Southeast Asia Battle Cup Tier 8 Grand Finals between NAPO on the Dire side and I'm just going to go with LaLaaaLa on the Radiant side. Just dropped in though, so the draft is already underway. First bans, we have an Enchantress and a Ricky ban. So one team doesn't like having the Enchantress on against them, the other side doesn't like the little stealthy backstabbing asshole. Let's see where we go from here. Ursa and Magnus, so we lose a good safe lane, or a good farmer, and a good mid laner. And LaLaaaLa pick up the Warlock first. Demnock's becoming a lot more popular around the world, really. I haven't watched anything from North America recently, but the Europeans, they love him, or they seem to. The SEA scene, the Chinese Dota. Actually, I'm not so sure about Chinese, but SEA and Europe definitely are liking the Warlock. Jakiro, the two-headed dragon, also good to see. Especially since I do like the new model a lot. So, probably gonna have a support Jakiro here. So first supports have been picked. Ooh, the tree. So NAPO looking to keep their towers pretty healthy, probably. See who LaLaaaLa picked for their second.
Reserve time. Ember Spirit.
Ooh, they pick up probably going to be their mid laner here with the Ember. Ember Spirit's always been pretty popular, although hopefully somebody eventually figures out how to counter him, because this is just a personal preference. I'm not a big fan of the Ember.
The green team's banning someone now.
Darkseer and Invoker banned out. So far, LaLaaaLa have been banning out. They've banned out one ganker, and they're banning out mid laners now. So.
Reserve time.
Let's see who the next ban is after the Earth Spirit. Sven.
Dire team pick.
These bans are kind of interesting actually, because NAPO, like I said, they banned out the Enchantress first off, so they don't want that to deal with. The Ursa, Darkseer, and Earth Spirit, so they banned out a couple of good Wandering supports and a couple of good offlane farming carries. Although to be fair, Ursa probably does a little bit better in the safe lane. Meanwhile, we've had one wandering 3 position banned out by the Radiant side. Then they banned out 2 mid laners with the Magnus and the Invoker. And finally banned out Sven for the safe lane carry role. So we'll see how this goes.
Radiant team pick. Seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Now the Abaddon pick is an interesting one as well, because super tanky, could play a decent support role, probably going to be a position 3. LaLaaaLa pick up the Spirit Breaker, so there's your Wanderer right there.
Seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Timbersaw!
Radiant team pick.
Timbersaw, there's a good carry for you. Don't know where they're gonna put him, because normally Timbersaw's played in the off lane. But we'll see.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Tinker!
And there's a mid laner for you, the Tinker. So I'm guessing Ember Spirit's probably gonna be the safe lane farmer. Batrider's the final ban out from NAPO.
Someone now. Seconds remaining.
Storm Spirit final ban from LaLaaaLa.
Seconds remaining. Reserve time.
A bristleback. Okay, so I'm thinking here for LaLaaaLa, they're gonna go Warlock as Warlock is obviously one of your supports here. Spirit Breaker is probably gonna be your next one. Ember Spirit's probably gonna be your safe lane carry. Tinker in the mid lane, and Bristleback heading to the off lane. Probably gonna have Spirit Breaker start safe lane with Ember Spirit. Warlock, maybe.
5 seconds remaining.
Juggernaut.
Final pick for NAPO is the Juggernaut. They have a lot of tankiness on the side of NAPO. Because Abaddon with Aphotic Shield, Borrowed Time, doesn't die very easily. Timbersaw with Reactive Armor, just gains insane health regen. Treant Protector, he's just inherently tanky, but he's also got things like Leech Seed and Living Armor, which also makes the rest of his team tanky. This could be an interesting match.
Seconds remaining.
Alright, let's see. Because they did actually get this fixed as well, as you can see. So 209 versus 79. We'll get started in just a moment. Switch to free camera. We'll take this opportunity. Road to TI. Okay, it's a Sven. Oh, we had a couple of disconnects. Okay, 3 disconnects actually. Alright, I'm gonna take this opportunity. 4. Oh, great. I'm gonna take this opportunity, folks. I will probably cut this out depending on how long it goes, but I will be right back. Still just waiting on the tinker. Never. Okay. Still waiting on the game to get going again, but everybody's here. Ah. Alright. We'll just have to wait a few minutes. Another minute. Alrighty. Already got a TP out. Actually, we've got two. Oh, smoke breaks. The tree's got the ability to turn invisible on his own, so... There's the ward. Pretty well hidden. They know the trees are in here somewhere, they just don't know exactly where. They also don't know if where he planted the ward. At least I'm not sure. They do have sentries, but
30 seconds.
actually they have a sentry. Ooh, got a little bit of innovation going on. We're gonna have a bit of a fight. Flame Guard's already skilled up. As is the Battle Fury. Or Blade Fury. Dual Breath. Ooh, this is probably gonna be our first blood. So each side does get their usual too. Not gonna be first blood after all. Sorry about that, folks. We'll go ahead and introduce the team. Let's start with the Dire Squad, an APO. Playing for them, we have Battle Fury playing on the Juggernaut here in the top lane, being supported by Crimson on the Jakiro. Mid lane, we have 33 playing the Timber Saw with a very nice hat. This is Valve. If it doesn't have hats, it's not their game. Bottom lane, supporting the Abaddon, whose name I cannot pronounce, we have the Eden. Or we have Eden on the Treant Protector. Up against them we have Entrov playing on the Bristleback, who's taking a bit of a pounding, but not going to be in too much danger because it's Bristleback. Being supported by Changes on the Spirit Breaker, who's currently still holding his skill point, which is not a bad idea. Mid lane we have No Chance playing the Tinker, already has his laser. Goredgo playing the Warlock in the top lane, currently supporting X-Rag playing the Ember Spirit. 33's just pushed way back behind the tower. He actually got the Whirling Death, so Tinker's actually lost 15% of his intelligence. That's going to hit his mana pool pretty hard. This has been a pretty quick game to start with already. Although Abaddon currently trying to fight off both the Timber Saw, or the Bristleback, and the Spirit Breaker. Oh, cool! Somebody actually made a stacking pole. The spin comes out. Ooh, there's our first blood. Battle Fury draws it on the Ember Spirit. Fatal Bonds comes off. Not gonna be enough. Ooh, go red, go. In trouble. Out comes the steering chains onto Crimson, and Crimson falls to the team up of the Warlock and the Ember Spirit. Juggernaut's actually back to full health. Or, basically. You know, 33 going hard in on no chance. Can he get him? He stops the regen, but ooh, that Fairy Fire's gonna get him up to what he needs. One laser. Actually, no. You know, Eden picks up a double damage. That's a big thing on the tree, because the tree hits pretty hard. Level 2, 94 damage. Is he gonna wait? There he goes. Invisitree. The problem is Tinker's on the other side of the lane. Or on the other side of the river. Out comes Leech Seed. One punch. We now have a bit of a forest wandering around here. X-Rag decided to switch over to jungling for a bit because he's gonna get bullied in the top lane. At least without some basically constant babysitting. Actually, thinking about it, the Juggernaut Jakiro lineup, not as much kill potential. At least not without a good, solid Ice Path landing. I've not actually seen Jakiro. Let's... Oh, wow. Pure damage, spell immunity pierce on the Macropyre at 25. They're going on him, but they're not going to be able to kill him. Not yet. Not without, like I said, not without at least a point in ice. Actually, they're gonna. That was a well done kill. Oop. 33's gone way deep here. The Timber Saw is in trouble. Timber changes his way down. He's going to get out of this. Maybe, because in comes the charge. Yeah, he's going to get out of this. Mostly because he's got that reactive armor. 3 levels in reactive armor. He's tanky as all hell. You know, here in the bottom lane, Entro has basically no mana, because that's kind of what you do. That's kind of what you do is Bristleback. You spam quills, although eventually you turn over into spamming snot. And yes, it is actually snot when you think about it. Because I mean, come on, viscous nasal goo covers the target in snot. Uh-oh. One good punch on the courier, but it's not going to get kill here. They missed the tree. Who are they? Oh, they're charging onto Battle Fury the Juggernaut. Let's see if this goes. Omni Slash comes out, but it's going to land. The charge gets it. So they do get an instant turnaround kill. Tinker's in trouble. But then again, so is the tree. Oh, the dire courier goes down. Eden falls to the warlock. Timbersaw is getting charged on. And he's going the wrong... He's knocked the wrong way. There's going to be some body blocking. But the Timbersaw is standing strong because of 4 points in reactive armor. He's at maximum stacks. Got tons of HP regen. 33. Plus extra armor. Plus a lot more armor. So he's up to 20-ish armor. But 26... Yeah, he's up to over 30 armor at maximum stacks. He has no fear here. It's like, oh yeah, there's a fire remnant right there. Timbersaw right now basically has a free heart. They can't really do anything to stop him here. Especially with the poor man's shield helping out with his armor. Tier 1 tower falls in the mid lane and on the top lane for LaLaaaLa. And Timbersaw just walks in. He's got 3 of them around him. He doesn't care. Now he's got... In comes the Ember Spirit. They're going 4-man on this guy. This might be enough, finally. Yep, they bring him down. But they had to bring in 4 of their team to take down the Timbersaw. Now, it is a level 8 Timber, but... Tree needs boots. He's found the Warlock, but there's not much he can do here on his own. Although, to be fair, the level 7 Abaddon... Level 7 Abaddon, you gotta put a point in borrowed time. Even if you never activate it. Ah, well, not gonna get the courier there. Tinker does have his boot to travel, so he's up on what he needs. Yep, he's gonna have his soul ring pretty soon. He just needs about 30 more gold. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry, Bristleback. Timbersaw doesn't care. You're not fighting him. Well, you're trying. Props for that, but he's just gonna walk away. Oh, we do have a fight going on. The macro power comes out as well. Out comes the Omni Slash. Battle Fury's spinning in. And Trove on the Bristleback goes down. 33's hunting. He wants more. He smells blood. He goes the wrong way. Does manage to get out. Scan shows nothing. Meanwhile, Eden falls. In the mid lane. Change is in trouble, but he's going to make it out of this. Again, Timbersaw doesn't care about the tower hitting him. He just jumps straight onto the bristle. Also, out comes the... How is the cooldown on macro bar? It's just a minute now? Huh. Uh-oh. Timbersaw's like, okay, I might have overcommitted. Yep. Although his health regen is insane right now, so... And he does actually drop the... Warlock does actually drop the rock. Timbersaw's still up, though. He's got living armor. He's got reactive armor. He's just... doesn't... He's just not dying. Living armor? Well, actually, no. Midas up on the Abaddon. Along with an increase in experience gain. Abaddon knows you're there, Ember. In comes the charge. Nails the tree and the timber. Timber just manages to chain out though. Out comes the Macropyre, burns down the Spirit Breaker actually. Chakram hit. In comes the Timber Chain. They're going Omni Slash as well. Fire Remnant's in, but this is now a 1v5, 1v4 basically. They do take down the Timbersaw and the Juggernaut. So actually that is a good Fire Remnant attack. Now 7-7. Missile hits the Jakiro. The charge probably going to be stopped pretty soon. I would say I would think so. Abaddon's like, can I jungle too? Ooh, charge this time out of the Abaddon. This is not a good target because Abaddon, borrowed time, just stands there. Aphotic shield on himself. Instantly popped. He's gonna die here. Living armor kept him alive for a little bit longer, but not enough. Tree has gone invisible again. Meanwhile, Bristleback's doing what he does best. Not punch anything and just let it hit him. They know trees around here somewhere, they just don't know exactly where. All three of the tier 1s are gone for LaLaaaLa. Let's see what NAPO does with theirs, because they've still got all their towers up. I'll check on the health, that one's about half. Top tier 1's about half. Middle's about 3/4. Bottom is mostly okay. And they've also got a tree, so their towers... Actually, I don't know. They might have changed... Did they change that? No, allied units and buildings. And in fact, he actually used it. That's the thing about fighting against a tree. You kind of have to burst down towers too. The Timbersaw gets the Spirit Breaker. Oh, tree is dead. Timbersaw's gonna have to get himself out of there because he doesn't have his support anymore. He does have the Jakiro, but they get him down. Yep, there's the Bloodstone coming out. Huh, so it is. Oh, we got a charge going. This time it's onto the Abaddon, whose borrowed time just popped. Living armor's up. Aphotic shield on as well. He's not going to live through this, though. He does deny himself at the end of the day. Mist Coil. This time we're going on the Timber Saw. Searing Chains comes out as well. They're going to burst him down, but the Macropyre is out. They're rooted in it. They're double rooted. Some good stuns. Ember Spirit falls. Spirit Breaker's going next. Tinker blinks on top of the Roshan, he actually has pissed off. Omni Slash comes out, and there's a 2 for 3 in favor of our Dire squad. This time it's just a charge onto a random ranged creep. Missiles come out, and Ember Spirit burns down the tree. Meanwhile, the Abaddon, the Juggernaut, and the Jakiro just take down the Roshan. And the Aegis goes to the Juggernaut. He's almost got his Battle Fury ready. All he needs is another about 100 gold. In fact, he got it now. He can go get this from the side shop. There's there's a flame remnant right there. That's what's on the map. That's what's marked on the map. In fact, Ember Spirit just jumped back to it. There's the Battle Fury completed on the Juggernaut. Tree comes in, punches the bristleback once, but that's mostly just to discourage him. He knows he can't win this fight on his own. But he's got support here in the form of the Timber Saw. Ooh. Boots of Travel in from the Ember Spirit. That's gonna be enough for the Timber Saw to be like, no, I'm good. You will scepter up on the Jakiro. Meanwhile, we got a fight going on down here. They do dust him up. Out comes the rock. And the borrowed time, Abaddon standing strong, just fighting off everything in his path. But it's not gonna be enough to save the tree at this rate. Tree does fall. Jakiro's on the next on the menu. He does get off a nice path, but he gets lasered to death. Abaddon gets jumped on by the Tinker. Taken down quite a bit. He pops did he pop the shrine? No, he didn't. Oh yeah, he did. He's gonna get his aphotic shield going. It pops almost instantly. Out comes the Omni Slash. Kills the Juggernaut. Kills the Spirit Breaker. Timber Saw misses the Chakram onto the Ember Spirit. So he blinks away. This ends up being a 2 for 1. And they took down the Abaddon, which is a tough fight at the end of the day. Question is, what is Juggernaut going for next? He could go. Probably gonna be the Manta since he's already got the Yasha ready. Out comes an Ice Path, instantly locks in the Ember Spirit to keep him from chasing. That is an adorable ward. Timber Chain misses, but charge comes in. But thing is, Bristleback against Timbersaw. Timbersaw is actually winning this. Although now that they're they do manage to finally take down the Bristleback once the tree and the Juggernaut come in to help out. They almost lose the courier to the creeps, but there's the Bloodstone. Borrowed Time comes out. Backup fire as well. They're gonna get this. Tinker jumped in. Oh, the Ember Spirit. He's gonna fall as well. Can they get the Tinker? No, they cannot. Tinker comes right back in along with the Ember Spirit. They take down the Abaddon. Now they're going straight into the Timbersaw. He's tanky, but he's not invincible. Searing Canes does land on him, but after he gets there. Uh-oh. He missed that. The second Timber Chain would have been his good escape, his great escape. And there he goes. 2 for 1. They keep saying, hey, tree's missing, but no, he's just invisible. This is just... Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't want to fight an Abaddon one-on-one normally. The mid-tier 1 for NAPO is still... NAPO is just still standing really strong, so... Whereas the bottom tier 2 is gonna fall. Tinker does deny it. Are they gonna high ground here? They've got all of them are there or near enough to fight. So, and the Juggernaut does have his maxed out Omni Slash. Oh, the Juggernaut's going top to help out Timbersaw. They're gonna take down the Tinker finally. Chikiro had to use his Yules on himself, so he's safe, but he's gonna have to retreat. Out of nowhere, the Spirit Breaker charges through. Roshan is not up. He's going on the Abaddon. Knocks him towards the tower. Warlock was faking out the... Oh, out comes the upheaval. Another strike in. Oh, but another strike gets cancelled by the overgrowth, which doesn't stop the tree from dying. Because he's the one who gets targeted instead. Battle Fury pops Blade Fury, while also having a Battle Fury. Juggernaut uses the Manta to get the snot off him, so... Here comes the charge on to... Oh, never mind. Abaddon's just standing strong on his own. He doesn't have borrowed time yet, though. This is dangerous. Turns, takes down the Spirit Breaker. The Warlock is down as well, so no rock for this fight. Although it was already used, so it's actually currently pushing the lane. Shotgun comes out, catches the bristleback. He's just gotta keep running though. Ice Path does not hit him, it just barely misses.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Tree is trying to go toe-to-toe with the Tinker and the Warlock Golem. Roshan is back up. Are the Dire gonna go for this? Yep. Juggernaut joins Jakiro and Abaddon. Timbersaw is just wandering around. The Radiant are not going to know about this. Oh, yeah, they are. His Bristleback comes in, but he turns around, comes back in. Meanwhile, Jakiro takes down the Ember Spirit. That's not normal. Charge coming in on the Bristleback. Macrobar is out. Chakram is out. Bristleback is not going to last. Next target is the Warlock. He does get out, but the Ice Path is not in time. 3-0, and NAPO secure the Roshan for themselves. Also, that is one thing. The cheese now drops on second Roshan, not third. Timbersaw just doesn't care. He's standing in the middle of the enemy team, in the enemy's base, and he can't actually attack anything except the players. Never mind. Tier 2 fell in the mid, so they're going on the Tier 3. Question is, are they going to just turn this into a throne? They've got a ton of tankiness. There's just not enough damage on the side of the Radiant. Tier 3 falls. Omni Slash comes out. Bounces around a little bit, but it ends up killing the Warlock. The Ember Spirit's trying to help out here. Macrobar gets dropped. The Tinker gets overgrowth, denies himself with the Bloodstone. 2 for 2 so far on this high ground defense. Spirit Breaker is not going to make it out of this at this rate. Nope, he didn't make it. Bristleback is doing his best. He can do a ton of damage right now, but problem is his enemies are just too strong. Come on, this is a level 22 Timbersaw at 31 minutes. Even the Abaddon's up to level 20. The Dire finally decided to retreat, though. Mostly so they can take the shrine. They did not secure a barracks at all, but... Top tier 2 is under a threat, but we have another fight. Bristleback has been found. Abaddon and Juggernaut going in along with Jakiro. In comes the Spirit Breaker. Another strike onto the dragon. Knocks him into the Warlock Golem. Juggernaut standing strong. He's got the Aegis, doesn't I believe? Yes, he does, but Jakiro falls along with the Spirit Breaker. Tree is the next one to fall, so it's currently a 2 for 2, as the Ember Spirit fell earlier. There goes the Tinker. That was not a deny, so. Bristle is just fighting hard to get the Abaddon. Timbersaw gets a double kill. 4 for 3.5 at the end of the day. They found the Bristleback. This might be a team wipe here. Yep, this is looking like a team wipe. And there he goes. Technically a 5 for 3.5. Went for the Blade Fury damage. Alright then. So that's 505 damage per second. Tier 1 on bottom for the Dire is still standing, and it's mostly full. Mostly because of the Treant. Good stun onto the Spirit Breaker. Is he gonna make it out of this is the question. Overgrowth onto the Ember Spirit. He's not making it out of that as the Macro Fire burns him down as well. Instant buyback. Flame Remnants forward. Takes down the Jakiro. Omni Slash out. That's a dieback for the Ember Spirit. He's out for 98 seconds. That might be the end of this. They don't have the Aegis right now, but they do have a pretty good lineup for fighting. The Juggernaut has launched a one-man assault on the bottom tier 3. Done a ton of damage to it, but he did not take it down. Meanwhile, Timbersaw trying to escape with the help of the tree. He's gonna make it out of there. The Bristleback is just doing his best here. Borrowed Time activates. Abaddon's just going straight onto the racks. Oh, they wait till Borrowed Time is over and then they kill him. Point blank charge from Spirit Breaker onto the tree. Meanwhile, tier 3 is falling on the bottom. Out comes the rock. Living Armor is going to keep the Juggernaut alive. Meanwhile, Spirit Breaker does not survive. Overgrowth onto the Tinker. And onto the Bristleback for that matter. Tinker does die again. Tree does fall eventually, but it took a long time to get him. Rockets come out, but the Bristleback falls. Tinker's the next target, denies himself. Timbersaw is in some serious pain, but he could probably survive. He's gonna survive this.
Radiant's courier is dead.
1,200 gold on the worth of items on the courier. What did you guys lose? Again, Juggernaut takes down the Bristleback. Meanwhile, Timbersaw died, but he's already back up. Mostly because 20-something charged Bloodstone, you don't stay dead long. And it looks like LaLaaaLa are gonna bow out. Yep, there we go. NAPO take this win after the game started off alright, but it kind of started to spiral out of control for Team LaLaaaLa. Well, folks, if you enjoyed the show, please feel like or favorite the video. You can also leave a comment down below if you have anything you'd like to say. And if you want to keep up with me and never miss any of my current series, please feel free to click the subscribe button down below or the icon at the end of the video. If you have a match you'd like me to check out, send me the match ID. You find it at the bottom of the score screen after the game. As for that, folks, I have been D. NAPO will walk away with this win in the grand finals for the Tier 8 Battle Cup this week. So good night and good gaming.